I'm having some problems with my lawnmower. It keeps surging, it doesn't idle properly, and sometimes it doesn't even run at all. But if I take this this lever right here, the Briggs Stratton ReadyStart system that controls the choke butterfly right here, if I hold that in this position, if I hold it this way all the way over to here and keep the choke closed to choke off the air, it runs just fine, which leads me to believe that I'm choking off the air to compensate for low fuel feed. So there must be a jet that's dirty or something. Not all the fuel is able to get its way into the carb, and I'm compensating and keeping it running by holding the choke closed. So I'm going to take the carburetor apart and get it cleaned up, and in the process I'm also going to explain the way that this Briggs & Stratton ReadyStart choke system works. So I got the shroud off. This is how the Briggs & Stratton ReadyStart choke system works. This is the choke butterfly valve right here. And when you first walk up onto the mower without it running and without it hot, this is closed. This spring right here is what keeps that closed. So when you first start an engine, everybody knows that the butterfly valve needs to be closed to choke the air off so that the carb gets pretty much nothing but fuel to get it started. And then once the engine starts, you want this choke to open so that you get your air, and then it runs normally. So the only time you choke an engine is when you're actually starting it. You do not want to choke an engine when it's actually running or if it's already warm. Like, say for instance you started the engine and it's been running for a while and it's nice and warm, and then you go back and you want to start it again, there's no reason to choke it. The choke should be open. So what the Briggs & Stratton ReadyStart system does is it keeps the choke closed when the engine is not running and it's cold, and then it keeps the choke open when the engine is running or if it's warm. And this is the way that it works. When the engine is actually running and this flywheel spinning, the air that's produced from these vanes pushes on this lever right here, meaning that the engine is running and the air blows this and it keeps the choke open. Also, if the engine is hot, this mechanism right here that I got right here, it also will push on this vane, which keeps the choke open. And what moves this is this bimetallic coil that's inside of this housing right here this round housing. When that bimetallic coil gets warm, it changes its shape and it pushes on this lever to open up that vane. And the reason why this gets warm is because it's coupled directly in with the exhaust system. So that's the way that the ReadyStart systems works. And you can adjust this feature, the temperature, the engine temperature feature, to adjust this vane by bending this back and forth and changing its position. So like I said, mine was running bad, and if I held the choke closed, it ran great, and it's because I restricted the air, but I think it's compensating for fuel that's also being restricted. So I'm going to take this carburetor apart and get it all cleaned up and put it back together. Okay, I got my carburetor all cleaned up, really good. I got it all put back together, brand new air filter, made sure all the connections were good, everything's good to go, no leaks. We're all put back together. So what I want to remind everybody is that this lawnmower wasn't running right. It was surging. And when I held the ReadyStart lever vane, that wind vane thing closed, I pushed it and it held the choke closed, it ran fine. And a lot of people think that the ReadyStart's having an issue and they're holding it closed to keeping it running. But really what's happening is that you've got a problem with your carburetor and fuel's getting restricted. So you're compensating by closing the choke manually and cutting off the air to get the right mixture. And a lot of people think that it's something with the ReadyStart, either that thermostat lever that goes back and forth, or the weather vane, or the wind vane thing. It's really just that you're having a problem with your carburetor. So I just want everybody to be aware of that. I've seen videos where people have zip tied the ReadyStart wind vane thing closed, and everything runs fine now, but that's not the case. So I'm going to go ahead and try to start this thing now that I've cleaned up the carburetor. And there you go. It was not a problem with the ReadyStart. It's just that the carburetor needed to be cleaned up.